accept this as the second reading of this ordinance? Or second?
I'll second.
Now, discussion. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Well, I think
Well, we'll have a public.
Let's have a discussion. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna be. I have to leave at noon promptly, so.
So do I. We have enough time. I think at this point, for the discussion, it would be good to have those who signed in give them a chance to speak.
Did you offer the sign-in to anyone else when I left the room?
We have 12 people signed up thus far.
Anyone else like to sign up?
Okay, so for the purposes of fairness, limit your remarks and we will limit them for you to 5 minutes or less.
Okay.
We'll go in the order in which people have signed up. The first person, Mr. Ralph Beckwith. Mr. Beckwith?
The reason I'm here today, I'm concerned that we have a lot of regulations, and this is just one more regulation that I feel that we do not need. If we enforced the dog warden and the sheriff to do their jobs, I do not think that this ordinance would be necessary at all. I am concerned that it is just the beginning of more regulations and more regulations that you add on. And I had a neighbor up the road from us about a mile a year ago, and he was complaining about the noise level at his home, and he thought it was coming from our sawmill or our log loader early in the morning before he wanted to get up. And he come down a couple of times, and we had a discussion about it, and I checked around to see what I could do about it. And then he came down on a Monday morning, and he said, "Mr. Beckwith, the noise was worse yesterday than it has ever been." And I said, "You're getting your noise from someplace else. We do not operate on Sundays." And that was the last time he ever came back. I don't know what happened about the noise level, but I was somewhat concerned that this was a noise level ordinance to start with, until Rita called me and said, "No, this is just a dog ordinance," and which, and I'm going to say it straight out, she felt that the other two commissioners were trying to push it right on through, and said they are going to do it regardless. And I said, "Well, I will come over and speak a minute then." And that's my concern, that only one or two people have complained about this problem, and you're taking it because of one or two people opposing this, and they may or may not been influential people who help you to get elected to this job, and that concerns me a lot. I think it is a county-wide problem. I think that if the dog warden and the sheriff was able to do their job, that you would not have this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Beckwith. The next person on the list is Dwayne Kennison.
All right. Yeah, I'm Dwayne Kennison. I currently live in Marlington. I used to live on Broadbeach Creek outside of Hillsboro. My family have always owned dogs, guard dogs, coon dogs. I do feel there does need to be some sort of ordinance in place. Okay, even recently I've called 911. This is in town, and state police, they say it's a civil matter. There's nothing they can do to help. Same thing countywide. Basically, it comes down to strange dog comes on your property. Dad whipped out the gun and shot him. If he'd come in and attacked our dogs, that dog was done. And because there was no need to call the police. Police would say, we really, it's a civil matter. So Dad just whipped out his gun, and anybody's dog that came and attacked the coon dogs, he just put it away. There does need to be some kind of ordinance. I don't agree completely with the way the ordinance is written. I think the 5-day part is too short. If you're out of town, vacation, hunting, or whatever, there's a chance that the dog could be seized, and before you even realize your dog has been seized, it's, according to the ordinance, I believe, would be possession of the county. Perhaps 7-10 days or something like that would give you ample time to discover your dog is missing, where it is, etc. But I just feel that having no ordinance at all simply leads to the old school. And the old school way was, if somebody come in and attacks your dogs or your children, that dog was done. And same thing. You could call the police, and same thing I was told the other day. I was told by the state police it's a civil matter. They have nothing they could do. When I called 911, and of course then I had to go through the town office and work with them through the town ordinances. But, there's got to be some kind of ordinance. Most of the guys I see around here, I know several of them, most hunters take good care of their dogs. That's, in my opinion, is not the problem. But then, you get some people who just let their dogs wander. They don't leash them. They come in, they tear your yards up. They mess with your dogs that are in a pen or leashed in your yard. And then you have other dogs coming in fighting with your dogs that you're responsible for. In no way, by supporting this, do I think that the hunters of Pocahontas County are the people who are causing problems with their dogs. Now, I'm sure rabbit beagles bark and coonhounds bark and everything like that. But most people, you talk to them, so you can work around any kind of problem. And most people don't have coonhounds living right next to somebody else. It's usually not that big a problem. But I think it's just the uncared for animals and the vicious animals that are more the problem. But, bottom line is I do support the ordinance, and I think, like I told you, what I thought need change. So.